to that, but I hear what you're saying about that, right? But for me, my anger isn't just around Arsenal. Obviously, Arsenal's our club, and my anger isn't just around that. My anger is about this whole thing. Where now we don't want do a poll of fans that nobody wants this. But these guys are just getting together and saying, well, this is what we're doing because we're going to make a load of money.
Be excited.
Honest to God, man, it's a kick in the teeth to every single football fan there is out there. And then now we know, referring back to our club, now we know why this guy's been holding on and doesn't want to sell it.
Yeah.
Because he knows the end game. The end game is I get 100% of this. And then we get into this Super League, and I'm going to make myself loads more money. And that's what, and you know what? And I can make money on this one, and I won't even get relegated. You know what I mean? Even if we're crap, we'll still be in it in the next year.
Again, Rob,
I haven't even got to try. So then all of a sudden, we start to end up like a lot of his other American franchises. That ain't even very good. Listen, this is the guy. Remember, our guy. I remember being in America and speaking to people from St. Louis who would still want to string him up because he was there negotiating and talking to these guys, like he wanted to keep that American football club in St. Louis. Then he uprooted it and moved it to LA. Even I'm reading about this thing, right? And guys like Ivan Gazidis. Now, remember, who was at Arsenal, of course. He's one of the big instigators of this. They said that Ivan Gazidis, up until last week, has been sitting down with the guys at UEFA negotiating, him and the guy from Juventus, negotiating the new deal for the Premier League. Sorry, for the Champions League. And then, despite all that, just up now and just left, gone with this new thing. I mean, so much shenanigans have gone on. And, as I said, it's a kick in the teeth for every Arsenal fan, but for every football fan. I mean, you're seeing football fans, just general football fans coming into this chat. Look, this guy here, Kwame, I'm a Chelsea fan, and this is disgraceful. I have not heard from any true football fan today that says, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It's crap. Rizzy here. I'm a Liverpool fan, and I'm sick of what a joke. Send us to non-league. I mean, you asked the question, Turkish, what do we do about this? I mean, I think now's come the time that, football fans across this country have got to get together and, flat refuse this. Flat refuse this. I mean, there's going to be, let's be right. There's not a foregone conclusion that this is going to happen. I'm reading already that, FIFA and UEFA, they're saying things like, for instance, any player that goes to join this new league will not be able to play for their national team. So let's just say, any Arsenal player or say Harry Kane at Tottenham or whatever, they wouldn't be able to play for England and they wouldn't be able to play in the World Cup or that if they went to join this league. So these sort of things are coming out. So there's still a long way to go before this happens. But once these things start coming out, somewhere down the line, there's going to be some sort of compromise on this thing and something like this will happen. I've been saying for a long time, there will be a Super League one day, right? But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we have to fight this. We have to fight this. Well, what about if you support Aston Villa? That's a huge club. If you support Leeds, Newcastle, if you're in Holland and you support Ajax, what, you're not in the Super League? Porto, Benfica, Glasgow, Celtic, Rangers. This is disgusting. I'm sorry, disgusting.
They'll announce that when you hear that more clubs are going to join, and the original plans were 20 clubs, and only six of them can be relegated, or something along those lines. So I think they're going to try and include other clubs like Ajax and Porto and Dortmund and Monaco and whoever else with obviously some European history and some profit-making ability. But in essence, having a competition where you can't be relegated just goes to show, the ambition at this club. It just goes to show, because I believe that sort of a rule would have been brought in by an owner like Kroenke or an owner like the Glazers. It wouldn't be an owner like Roman. It wouldn't be an owner like Mansour that said that. That's why, Rob, as much as we were talking about the bigger perspective here, and you're right, everyone is right. I can only think about it from an
elitist jobs for the boys club that nobody else can join. And that's not life. I mean, for years in society in general, for years we've been trying to break down these ways where people, the elite people, you can't come in, you're not coming in here. And football, my football club is thinking that it's going to do that. My football club that, look, hasn't won the European Cups that Liverpool or Real Madrid has won, but has a huge connection to the European Cup. 1958, we were coming back from a European Cup tie, a European Cup competition that Sir Matt Busby had the foresight and imagination to say, this is going to be big, we need to be a part of this. We're flying back because we've got a league game that we've got to comply with, and we lose lives from the Busby Babes from a European Cup tie. And Manchester United, who've got statues, who've got a clock on their stadium to commemorate the Busby Babes, are going to sign up for an elite competition that will take us out of that and not allow anybody else into it. It's absolutely abhorrent. It's a disgrace. But the thing is, I half expect them to back off and go, whoa, we've really misjudged this. The fact that you've done it means that you should not be running it anymore. Like, you can't just back off and go, oh, we got it wrong. You were going to do it. And the fact that you were going to do it means you shouldn't be anywhere near football. And the interesting thing is as well, the German clubs, the reason the German clubs are not in it is because German football does not allow business people to own more than 49% of a football club. So 51% of Bayern Munich or Dortmund is voted for by the fans. So they can't get Dortmund or Bayern Munich into a Super League because the fans won't vote for it. And this is how football needs to go. Football for the fans. German football, look, might be a little bit boring, whatever. Might be dominated by Bayern Munich, but the way they run their football clubs is absolutely spot on. What a disgrace. The Premier League, this greed culture, has created these monsters who are running Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United, and have turned their back on what those clubs are all about. Manchester United Football Club, the football club of the people, the football club that has achieved so much in all these tournaments. We sing 20 times Manchester United. We sing all these songs about these great cup ventures, European Cup, Premier Leagues, Division 1s, whatever you want to call them. And we're going to turn our back on it. The Premier League will kick us out. The Champions League, UEFA, they'll kick us out. And us as fans are meant to go on your journey and say, doesn't matter. Our history doesn't matter because you're going to make a few £100 million. Bullshit. It's a disgrace. An absolute joke. And I almost feel like it can't be true. But it is true. And what needs to happen is they need to realise the error of their ways. Every fan of every club needs to come together and get these people out of football. Go and invest your money into bloody Bitcoin or something like that. But you're not investing it into football anymore. Something needs to be done because football fans are the losers. The little clubs are the losers. And who has the right to say that Leicester are a small club, that Everton are a small club? Tottenham won't be in the Champions League next year. Arsenal, well, they might win the Europa League, but they won't be there by league position. And yet they qualify for the Super League. For what? For what? Because you're a bigger club. It's not right. It's not fair. And
sacked. All I've heard is that there's rumours that he refused to train the players because he wants nothing to do with this European League. And I am the same, blood. It's an absolute joke, blood. Bro, come on. Man ain't got no trophies, fam. Worthington Cup originals, blood. You know them way there. And even me, I think that's bullshit. Football, like how football's been, how I've known football to be is how it should be. Man can't be creating no Super League because your club's got a bigger stadium, your club's got more money, your club's got this. Fam, They're clubs with less money, less this, and got more trophies, blood, or even recent trophies even. Do you know them way there? So I don't want to hear any rubbish about that. Football's a business. You're seeing this through VAR. You're seeing this through everything, blood. They're turning football into a flipping media circus, into an event. Bro, it's wireless. You know them way there. That's all it is, fam. It's a money-making thing. The sport is just dying. The actual sport of football is dying. You're seeing them do that with the referees. You get me? You're seeing them with the money involved. Like, you get me? Financial fair play. How City still got put back into the Champions League. I'm telling you, yeah. Like, I am ashamed, fam. You get me, blood? I am ashamed because our team's in there. You know what I mean? No one's really getting at us because, you get me, fam, it's one of them ones where they're getting at the Man Uniteds, the Man Cities, they're getting at the Liverpools. But, bro, we're in there, and of course we're going to be in there. With RoboCop Lord-looking Levy, fam. You know them way there. Of course we're going to be in there, fam. All them man want is the money. All them man want is the bread, the Warburtons, the Hovis, fam. It's got nothing to do with football. It's got nothing to do with the fans either. It's got nothing to do with the fans. I'm telling you, bro. It's a cesspool, blood. Do you know what I mean, fam? So, Jose, what I will say, Jose, if that's the reason why that you have walked away, you know what I mean? You've done that Portuguese Craig David. I'm not going to lie, fam. Like, that's for the fans. We appreciate it. But at the same time, we appreciate you walking away as well, blood. Because, yeah, it was not a match made in heaven, fam. It was a match made straight from Hades, blood. Big man ting, fam. I didn't know when our next win was coming from. And I know you're going to be like, oh, X, it's silly. They should have sacked him after the cup final. Bro, just because this cup final's happening on Sunday, don't believe I think we can win it, blood. Listen. No joke, bro. I didn't see us winning that anyway, fam. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is, fam. And who's going to be in charge, bro? I ain't got a clue. Whether it be Ryan Mason, Ledley King, fam. You know them way there. Henry VIII. I ain't got a clue, blood. I ain't got a clue. But the one thing I can say is, Jose, big man ting, fam. It did not work out.
In terms of the Super League, I mean, if the Super League is what everyone is saying it is, in terms of if a team joins the Super League, they would be kicked out of all domestic cups and leagues, etc. It's absolute bollocks. Like, it's all literally just for money if it is that case. Because ultimately, every English team wants to win the Premier League. So if you're leaving the Premier League to just go there, it has to be money. Because the Champions League is the best team in the world, if you know what I mean. Well, not the best team in the world, but you know what I mean. Like, that's the contest where you do the best in your league, and then you get put into the ones.
The Championship, League One, League Two. I seriously don't know how it's going to cope economically when all the money is going into this big league, this big 15 teams which they're looking for. There's not going to be as many eyes. There's not enough fans out there now to look at the Premier League, Championship, League One, League Two. It's killing the game in front of us. If we don't stop this coming together as football fans, this is going to kill the beautiful game. We're going to see the same 15 teams going forward. There will be no relegation. There will be no change. There'll just be different winners. But there's not going to be an opportunity for your local town somewhere in England to go on a run and cause a surprise. A Leicester City of this world. There's going to be no differences. And we can't allow this. England is where football started. It was made in England. We created it. We chose how the leagues will determine, how you get promoted, how you get relegated. Now, big billionaires of Liverpool and all these other football clubs are spearheading a movement with a completely different aspiration. And that is simply to make more money. We need to stop this together, guys. We need to bring football back to how the fans would run it, because this is going to cancel us. I'm sorry for the late night post, but it's unbelievable the news is coming out. They're trying to act it as soon as possible. If, as football fans, we don't come together to stop this, we're finished. Sorry for another video, guys. I hope you agree with me.